Hey guys, so I woke up this morning and decided I was going to hit this one spot. Now I'd never found morels here, but I have walked through here and found a lot of dying, sick elms. And it's kind of a marshy area leading down into a lake. So I thought it'd be a good chance to maybe find a new spot. So I'm on this slope here leading into a little lake. A lot of grapevine, a lot of maples, but there are plenty of dead elms. Like this monster here, it's been dead a long time. But I looked up the hill and I saw this guy. Now, kind of unassuming tree. It is an elm, but it doesn't have any buds on it. It's fairly large, not a little sapling, but I do believe that it is dead, and by the looks of it, very recently so. And then I looked right down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but here we are. Little morel. Right at the base of this elm tree. There's Colby, that's my mushing pup. So I've only found one so far, but where there's one, there's usually 2, 3, 4, maybe a lot more hiding around here. So I'm gonna keep hunting. I'll check in with you later. Another dead elm. And one more morel. This one's hiding pretty well. So this is quite a thrilling morel hunt here. We have number 3 right there. Just another one under one dead elm. So obviously dead elms are a good tree to look under. But old apple orchards are good. Also live tulip trees. Live tulip trees are pretty good. So here's a good example of a dead elm. It's gonna have this peeling bark. A lot of them will have, these are honey fungus rhizomorphs. Also, the roots are pretty well buttressed. So you can see how they've got these big roots, big skinny roots, almost like swamp-like roots. Here's a good example to help you identify these dead elms. The big buttressed roots. Just remember, elms have big butts. We've got at least 2 very large yellows hiding underneath this dead elm. I bet you there's more. What do you think, Colby? All right, let's take a moment to talk about identification. So, morels look like this. That oddly irregular honeycomb pattern, brainy thing on a stalk. Smooth white stalks. They are completely hollow. That is the biggest defining characteristic of morels. Totally hollow on the inside. If it looks a little off and it's got some cottony material on the inside, you might have a verpa, which those can arguably be poisonous. I don't eat them. If it's chambered and kind of really irregular, you might have a gyromitra. Those are the false morels, the verpas and the gyromitras. Check out this guy. He ain't pretty, but he's coming home with me. All right, here we have some nice yellows just right on the side of this deer trail. There's actually a little apple tree right there, so I don't know if that's any relation, but good to note. And then you have the not so fun ones to gather. I don't know if you can see that. It's hiding right underneath all this multiflora rose. It's a pretty big one. Look at that. A whole bunch hiding underneath this multiflora rose. Here's a common mushroom you'll see while you're out morel hunting. This is called dryad saddle or pheasant back, Cereoporus squamosus. I really like this mushroom. A lot of people say it tastes nasty, but I think it's excellent. I would put it in the choice edible category. Just because it's so prolific doesn't mean it's not good.
The key is though, if you get one that's too old, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be like chewing on wet cardboard. You just can't seem to bite through it. But the key is to find these younger ones and check the pore. I'm just going to rip one off here. So even though this one looks small, the pore surface is really deep and you can't even pinch through it. You can barely get through the flesh. So that means your teeth are going to have a hard time with this mushroom. So you're going to want to leave this one. So it's all the pore depth. When they have really thin pores, really shallow pores, then they're going to be very good edibles. They smell like watermelon rind when they're fresh, when you cut them. So don't hesitate to take home some pheasant back if you have an empty basket. Any day you come out of the woods with a bag full of morels is a good day in my book. Any day in the woods is a good day. So get outside, enjoy the sunshine while it lasts, try to find some of those morels, and if you don't find any, that's alright. It's still a good day in the woods. Alrighty, see you next time.